Hey everyone, I'm Bob Heron. I'm a comic book artist, or at least I want to be. I've done a few things that are professional, but usually I'm just doing this in my spare time, since I'm not really making money from it. But this is a short comic that I'm doing called The Girl Nextdoor. You can see the first 3 pages of it on my website, nightterrorscomic.com. So please go check it out. I also have another story on there called The Demon Within. That one's complete. And I started another sci-fi story on there that honestly kind of got away from me, and I didn't have time to go in and finish it. Uh, I've been working on a comic called Anomaly with writer Ian Forty, who is a writer on cracked.com. I've been reading his articles for years, and he had hit me up on Twitter and asked if I'd be interested in working on a project with him. So I immediately said, of course, since I'm pretty sure he has connections, and hopefully soon, sometime in the future, I'm going to be doing this professionally. But right now, what you're watching is just me doing what I consider to be a practice comic. It's just something that teaches me how to do story flow, do expressions, and it's just going to help me be a better comic book artist. This is just a short story about a guy who's kind of in love with his hot neighbor next door. And of course, it's going to take a dark turn because it is a horror story. That's just a thing that I kind of get into. And you can see me here, I'm just touching up this one character. He's going to be kind of a nameless character. He's not going to be really in the book for very long. But you can see I gave him kind of a military look because I want him to be kind of a cocky asshole. In this scene, the lead character, Todd, is kind of telling the story about what happened to him earlier this morning. And this is also while he's on his way to school. I don't know if I'm making these guys look a little too old to be like high school students. I think one guy I did on here looked pretty young. I might have to remove some facial details to try to make them look a little younger. But again, this is all, this is just some pencils that I'm doing. I'll make some changes when I go back and do the inks and the coloring. Which is another thing, is I'm usually doing like all of the inks and coloring for all of my own work. And again, it gets a little time consuming. I work on this a little bit before I start drawing the comic Anomaly, and it's just so I can get my hand warmed up so that I'm drawing the lines that I want to do, and just get a feel for my style and everything, and it's just warm up practice. Again, doing some finishing touches. That's the lead character, Todd, right there. And again, he's just telling a story about what happened this morning. He's kind of gloating a little bit and trying to impress his friends on the bus. And again, just trying to make people look like they're going to school. Giving this guy a backpack right here, book bag. Just going to do a simple one. I might zoom in or out depending on where I want to place the dialogue. And I know a lot of people consider where they're placing dialogue before they start penciling, but honestly, a lot of times I'm thinking I should just get the artwork on there. Like, I'm very happy about this panel and the composition of it. And I didn't really lay down a lot of stuff like where I wanted things to be placed. I'm using Photoshop, which makes things just 1,000 times easier. So if I want to move something, I could just select what I want to move and then move it to the side if I need to, just to rearrange the panel a little bit. And when I get done with these 3 guys, I'm going to draw just some other nameless students in the other seats and everything, not really paying attention to what's going on here. I'm also going to put, the windows behind these guys, and then, some houses and everything from their neighborhood flying by. With Photoshop, I'll be able to add a nice blur effect to make it look like they're driving kind of fast. And I think I got the emotions on these guys pretty good. Again, the lead character there is kind of gloating, telling them the story of what happened. The military dude is kind of looking like, oh yeah, I bet that happened. I don't believe you at all. I think that kind of works. And then here's, the panels that came before that, so you can see what the finished product looks like. So here was the girl that this guy's got a big crush on, running away because she's embarrassed about an incident that occurred on the page before this. Well, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you liked what you saw. If you do, give me some likes, and I'm going to try to post some more videos in the future. Thank you.